up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. This is Around the World with Steve, with the reactions to whatever is going on. Well, if you like what you see at the end of the video or while it's going on, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Well, this video we're about to check out is of one of the biggest pieces of rat turds ever in the world. This guy is despicable. I do not know him personally, and I don't want to know him personally, but then there's news that everybody's covering about him. He goes around countries harassing people, trying to do whatever he can to keep himself up as the biggest piece of bull crap out there. He is a despicable human being. He's an idiot. He is, and I hope in South Korea he faces the full rigors of the law. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's called Johnny Somali or some bullshit name like that. He is a stupid dude who wants to go about harassing people for content, and then when he's knocked out, when he's beaten, he says, oh, you know, it's just my fans asking me to do that. He has two rat turds also with him who I think one of them denounced him or anything, but they're all still idiots, man. They're all idiots. Birds of a feather flock together. I did not want to react to anything about him because he's stupid. He gets on my nerves, man. I want him to come to America so I find him and probably knock him out too, but nah, I'm probably not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, he's stupid. I found a Run Mango Samurai video of him. I know that she has a long form content on him on the channel. I don't want to see that dude's face, man. He's despicable. So I'm gonna do the shorter version of this story, and then we'll see what happens. So let's check out this biggest piece of shit in the world, man. Consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Let's get it.
Bada bing, bada boo.
It's the middle of the day in South Korea. An American guy named Ramsey. He's live streaming on his phone. The live stream viewers can see this female figure in front of Ramsey. And he pulls out his portable speaker and he just starts blasting a song in the middle of a public street in broad daylight. The lyrics of the song go, last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call, but my pride wouldn't let me dial. It's a song titled Last Night by Diddy. He starts slowly walking up to the figure of that woman. He's shirtless in the middle of the street, grabbing a bottle of baby oil. He's trying to rub his butt up against the female figure. He's trying to dance all up on this female figure, rubbing baby oil onto her. The woman that he's doing this to is a bronze statue. She is there to memorialize the hundreds of thousands of girls and women that were essayed and tortured during the war. This is all live streamed, and all of it would go viral in South Korea, making it to the news, making it to a congressional hearing. The authorities have confiscated his passport. He's stuck in South Korea, in a nation where he is being hunted for sport. This is the story of Ramsey Khalid Ishmael, otherwise known as Johnny Somali.
Man, look at that stupid face right here. Man, look at that stupid face right. Tell me he doesn't look like an idiot. He looks like a mop. This guy's an idiot, man. Look at him right there. Bro, what the heck?
The most hated American guy in South Korea. Which, by the way, for the purpose of this video, he's Johnny Salami, if we're talking about his username.
Right.
Salami?
Like the meat. Now, every single day that Ramsey is staying in South Korea, there is a bounty out for him. But his antics really start in Japan. Ramsey would go onto the subways in Japan and say that everybody is shooting him dirty ass looks on the subway. He's insinuating that all the Japanese people are aggressively mean and are racist. He also proceeds to call everyone in Japan an NPC. He will literally walk around live streaming saying, crazy, these are all just NPCs out here. They're all NPCs, bro, all NPCs. When there were women that refused to be on his live stream, he made fun of them, saying that they didn't want to be on camera because they used too much filters, so now they can't show their real faces. He will live stream himself walking into restaurants where everything is in Japanese because he's in Japan. And he starts aggressively shaking menus, pointing at the menu, saying everything is in this Mulan language. He would walk around getting drunk, screaming on the streets, "We're here to destroy Japanese society. Drop a nuke emoji in the chat. Chat, drop a nuke emoji." But by far, the most viral clip of Ramsey is him sitting inside a subway car in Japan. There's a Japanese man sitting next to him, minding his own business, when Ramsey looks to him and says, "Hiroshima."
Hey, Hiroshima!
He takes off his earbuds and he looks confused, and Ramsey double downs. "You know Hiroshima? Nagasaki? Why you do this? Pearl Harbor." Then he starts screaming on the train, "Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know why we do this to you, right? Because you don't know how to behave. I swear to God, you do again, we do again. Do you understand?"
You know Hiroshima, Nagasaki? We're gonna do again. What? Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
This is one of the first clips of Ramsey's to go viral, and once he realizes that everyone hates him, he starts live streaming angrily in the streets of Japan again. There is a video of Ramsey hitting on minors. Johnny Salami becomes P. Diddy, and it's him live streaming on the street, hitting on girls. Finally, they ask the girls how old they are. They are 16 and 17.
Are you kidding me right now? I know him as an annoying idiot. I know him as a mosquito, like buzzing in everyone's ear. He dated minors too, and then titled that being like Diddy? I guess I gotta do the long content. I gotta react to the long one, or probably watch it or something. This guy's an idiot all around. He's a piece of, my God, bro.
Lies to them that he's 19, but he's actually 23. He tells the girls, "I'm gonna groom you." He literally says, "I will groom you."
I go to jail. I got wife number 1 and wife number 2. I don't know.
He's kissing their hands. He starts trying to get their numbers and says,
Come on, man.
I'm like P. Diddy, I'm like Epstein, I'm like R. Kelly. I don't care. Age is just but a number.
Like Diddy.
Naturally, he starts getting confronted. A middle-aged man flicks him off and starts ramming his bike into Ramsey. Which, side note, Ramsey has apologized before in Japan multiple times. There is one clip of him bowing down, like a full, proper bow. But immediately after that, after his apology, he goes to Disneyland Japan and starts IRL streaming, which is, first of all, not allowed on any Disneyland properties. But he wears this speaker on his shirt. His followers are donating, and they're typing whatever they wanted to say and play out loud. They keep playing things like Sucky Sucky, Atomic Bomb, and explicit noises in Japan at the Disneyland. By the end of 2023, Ramsey is arrested in Japan. When he is finally released, he is deported from Japan and has a travel ban so that he cannot travel to Japan for the next 5 years. Eventually, he ends up in South Korea. And he's always traveling with this little minion of his named Gino IRL. The two of them, they travel from country to country together, IRL streaming. Ramsey and Gino have been behaving as if there are no social norms in South Korea, no consequences. So for example, he goes onto a bus, live streams loud music. He's playing loud music in public. He's live streaming. Gino is twerking on the public bus while Ramsey is slapping Gino's butt. At one point, they run into foreigners also visiting and living in Korea. And out of nowhere, Gino, the minion, starts just calling one of the girls, just standing there, minding her own business. "Move along, dirty bitch. Dirty emo bitch. Get the f*** out of here with your stank ass. Your looks like roast beef. Stank ass sashimi bitch. Get the f*** out of here. Suck my dick. You better move along. I bet your smells like fish. It stinks. Oh, I'm so sick of this. It's always the foreign, nasty white is, oh, I hate him. I can't stand him. I can't stand these bitches."
He is little as hell. Look at him. That's him. And that's the Gino dude. Man, come on, man. Bro, can you believe this? Can you believe this? Can you believe this piece of shit is this small? How isn't he like in the hospital? Like how? I don't understand, man. I'm sorry, I'm not advocating violence, man. I just, man. He said what?
In another instance, he walks up to a Korean woman, minding her own business. This is Gino the minion, and asks if he can eat her private part.
Can I eat your
But then he proceeds to stick his tongue out and try to crudely show how he would do it, which is just straight up harassing women on the street. One of the more viral and annoying things that Ramsey does in Korea, aside from obviously everything else, is there's a clip of him at 7-Eleven. He's obnoxiously dancing inside of a business, disturbing the customers, mentally disturbing them, disturbing their peace. He purchases a few ramen and a soju with one of those empty ice cups. He's on camera sitting there pouring soju into the ice cup. You can purchase alcohol inside the 7-Eleven. You cannot drink it inside. The older lady that works there walks over and tells him very nicely that he can't drink the alcohol here in the store, to which he aggressively tells her, I'm black, I'm not gonna do nothing. As she's walking away, he starts lunging after her like he's gonna punch her or like pull her hair or something. He has a cup ramen in front of him, and later he just starts pouring out the broth of the cup ramen onto the table on purpose, pouring it out. Then he grabs handfuls of noodles and starts throwing it all over the convenience store. Throwing it at the entry door where people are walking in, just throwing it at the windows, everywhere. Another notable incident includes this elderly man clearly is without a home, and he's asking for some spare change for food, and he's motioning like food. Ramsey says, give me a little dance first. Give me a little dancey dance first. And he goes, you very hungry? Give me a little dance like this. Come on, dance. He went around the city with a bag of fish that he bought at the market, just letting it rot in the heat, letting the bag rip open and leak onto the bus.
What the hell,
just waving it around in front of people's faces.
Yo!
Cooking Korean barbecue.
Probably one of the more heinous things he does in Korea, if you can believe it, it gets worse aside from everything, is Ramsey goes to Lotte World, which is the Disney World of South Korea, filled primarily with children, and the speaker would play things like in Korean, the translation being, Ramsey Ishmael is the most popular upskirt streamer in Korea. Ladies, be careful. Children are understanding all of it. On repeat, or sounds of people screaming in pain. It sounds like war torture sounds. Or, I would like to have with children. Or, my name...
No, hell no, hell no. This guy's 2,000 times worse than I thought. This is an idiot, bro. This guy's a bitch. Bro, what?
My name is Ramsey Ishmael Khalid, and I'm here to impregnate a cute little Korean girl. Again, there's children everywhere. To which, if people look at him, he just screams, autism, 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 I have autism.
I have autism, I have autism, I have autism.
And when someone calls him out on his bullshit further, he points at them and accuses them of being racist, screaming, racism, this is racism, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, I'm scared for my life. Again, making a mockery. Some would say that there are certain things that you just don't poke fun at. For Korea, that is the plight of comfort woman. The comfort woman refers to the hundreds of thousands of girls and women who were forced into slavery by the Japanese military during World War II. Many of the victims were Korean, Chinese, Filipino, Indonesian, Malaysian, Taiwanese, Thai, Vietnamese, amongst other places. We're talking hundreds of thousands of women enslaved. If the women survived, they were shamed to not talk about what happened. They were terrified. And many passed away from complications from the violent abuse that they endured, from the STIs that were left untreated. Others self-exited. Many of them have scars all over their bodies. One victim was beaten with a hot spatula on her chest. Many of them have severe damage and complications to their private areas. Feet that were permanently injured because they were constantly bound by tight ropes to be tied up so that they could not try to run. Some of the girls taken were so young that they didn't even have their menstrual cycles yet. It is estimated that many of the victims were essayed 40 to 60 times per day.
What the heck?
Which has resulted in many statues to be installed all over the world, including in front of many Japanese consulates and embassies. Decades later, the survivors have still not received justice. But here is Ramsey, an American visiting South Korea. He's on a live stream when he shows a picture on his phone. He says, that's my next target. Where can I find this one? The statue shows a young girl in traditional hanbok sitting on a chair because most of the victims were taken in their teenage years. The statue is very detailed. Even her bare feet, her heels are lifted because it's a symbol of unrest. It instills anxiety. Under her is a mosaic of an older woman, which represents comfort woman now, growing older, and it's shattered with all this trauma, no way to cope, no way to find peace. And next to her is an empty chair. It's supposed to represent the deceased victims, but it's also a place to invite viewers to sit and reflect During winter months, you'll commonly see people place scarves around the little girl's neck. And on super rainy seasons, usually people will place umbrellas over her. They'll place it over her shoulder so that she won't get wet. Well, one day, Ramsey decides to go live stream the Comfort Woman statue.
Oh my gosh.
And he states this on his live stream.
gosh.
He says, Japan hates this thing. Japan hates this statue. He knows exactly what this statue
He
means.
knows.
Ramsey hands the camera to Gino so he can hold it in place for his live stream. He then sits down on the empty chair next to the little girl. Then he turns his cheek to the side and he kisses the little girl on the cheek. He sees that people have reacted to this. It starts getting a little bit of traction in South Korea, but he sees the reaction and he tells his stream. So I got a plan for today. I'm gonna go to the Japanese embassy because I saw that the Koreans were getting mad about that Comfort Woman statue shit. He finally gets to the embassy, and this time he starts playing ETA by New Jeans and starts twerking on the
gosh.
statue. In front of the statue, on her lap, as well as going around the back of the little girl to put her head in his shirt. Then he looks straight into the camera while twerking. He licks his fingers and puts his hands under her skirt and repeats the motion of taking it in and out.
What the hell?
Hand into her skirt.
Yeah, after licking his fingers. This
He's a piece of shit. Gino, that dude is a piece of shit. And whoever supported this guy on his live, if you're watching me, you're a piece of shit. You're an idiot. You're a piece of fucking shit. You're a rat turd. You're nothing in this world. You're an idiot. If you supported him, you're the reason he did that. You're the reason that stupid ass Gino bitch ass guy did that. Yeah, and now clap for yourself. You stupid idiot. Bro. He was knocked out a couple of times, and that's not enough, man. He should have lost a limb or something. Bro, this guy's crazy, bro.
clip then goes viral, and he's still not done. Later, he tries to go back to the statue, but by this point, Koreans have seen the videos. They're enraged. They have set up blockades so that he cannot get to the statue. He finds another one of a Comfort Woman standing up. That is the incident where he rubs baby oil all over himself whilst playing a Diddy song and dancing up on the statue. This is where the hunt for Ramsey begins. Both Ramsey and Gino IRL are outside at night on the street when a man walks up to Ramsey and just decks him in the face. Gino catches the bulk of it on his live stream. The Korean man promptly walks off like nothing happened, hands in his pockets. This is the first assault. He's not running away. The Korean man is not running away. He's just steadily walking away. The man who just punched Ramsey calmly turns around and says, "F*** you guys."
Yes.
Ramsey ends up with a bandage on his right eyebrow after this altercation. The next hunt finds a handful of Korean live streamers finding Ramsey at night in a relatively empty alleyway. So they're all getting into a fight. It's a whole mess. There are multiple clips with multiple angles of a fight going viral all over X, showing Ramsey, Gino, and their Korean friend Hank Yu getting beaten up by one Korean man. The Korean man starts with Ramsey first, runs after him, tackles him to the ground, shoulder flips him onto the cold pavement, and then kicks him in the chest. Even with his right eyebrow busted, he is live streaming saying things like, "If you want to run up, run up. I don't care. Come get me. I'm not scared." And run up they do indeed. There is a YouTuber in South Korea that is also a former UDT member. The UDT in South Korea is the equivalent of a Navy SEAL in America. He has joined the hunt for Ramsey.
Yes.
He finds him. Ramsey's eyebrow is already busted. He's walking out of a building, and the UDT man is waiting outside for him, taunting him. "어디가, Ramsey? 어디가?" "어디가" means where you going? Where you going?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the UDT man just shoves him onto the ground. It's a light shove, but he goes flying.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like a few little kicks that happen, and the police eventually get called. But Ramsey does seem very shaken up, disoriented when he gets back up.
Bitch!
And it's clear to see that he got off very lucky with this interaction.
Bitch,
when the former UDT specialist, he's being held back by cops, the way he is eyeing Ramsey up and down, it's like he's ready for another round. He's taunting him. "Good night, Salami. Good night. Good night."
He's saying that in English?
Yeah.
야, 굿나잇, 소말리. 굿나잇.
Here's a picture of him on day 5 of his South Korea trip, looking like very normal. Here's a picture of him, day 35 of his South Korea trip. He's got a busted eyebrow, he's bleeding from the lip, a busted lip. He looks like he's went through it. The strangest part in all of this is he's not even really making money, but Koreans are. Yeah, Ramsey has been nicknamed the Golden Goblin. It's a game reference. A Golden Goblin is a game character that if you find and kill them, their pockets explode and you get all the loot. Meaning if you find him, you stream yourself screaming, yelling, degrading him, and perhaps punching him. Your viewership, fan base, donations, everything skyrockets. You make a ton of money. Many news networks have even stated, perhaps everyone is making money off of Ramsey, but Ramsey, one news network states, quote, he came to Korea for clickbait, but he gets turned into clickbait.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's making some money, but he's not making much to ruin his life over. He's getting banned from countries. He's facing potential legal and criminal trouble. His entire reputation as both his online persona of Johnny Salami, but also as Ramsey Khalid Ishmael of Arizona is completely tarnished. He's not even really controversial. Controversial would imply that he has some sort of fan base that supports him and is willing to fight for him. He's just generally a hated person. Ramsey has been banned from Twitch, suspended from YouTube, to which he says, I'm appealing the suspension from my channel.
Appealing
which
what?
I believe was a mistake. Speaking of, Johnny has since apologized. He was confronted by a group of Korean live streamers, including the UDP guy who punched him the third time of his assault. He apologized in front of a Comfort Woman statue. He states that as an American, he didn't even know what the statue really meant, which is a bold-faced lie. He knew exactly what that meant. I think that he had a better understanding of Comfort Woman and the history of it versus any other American that I could find on the street. He also says he's glad that this issue brought awareness to Comfort Women. Yeah, he did apologize. I don't think he's sorry.
어느 플랫폼에서도 너 한 번 더 이런 일이 대한민국에 있다라면은 나는 네가 어디 있던 무슨 일을 하던 다 찾아낼 수 있어. 그러니까 절대 그런 일은 하지 마.
Well, look, I moved on from it. I'm cool. Like, I already apologized. I got him over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so now you have a career. So
Ramsey has said, I think I was just born to be evil. I don't know. I don't like.
Shut the hell up. You got him over 20,000 subscribers. So now, you think life is subscribers? You think life is social media? Bro, you get hurt. Bro, you lucky you're in a country with very, very, very nice, respectful, and respectable people. If you were in a country where nobody gave a crap, bro, you will lose all kinds of body parts.
Being good. If I make content, I like to make content that makes people violent. Now, there are speculations that if he is able to leave South Korea, he is either headed for China or India next. He says about China, you will see me in Beijing, in Shenzhen, and a Chinese megacity, Chongqing. Japan will pay for what they've done to you, China, for what they've done to the greatest country on earth, the Communist People Republic of China. He goes on to state that if you can get India to hate you, everyone else in the world will love you because they don't like India. Which is such an unhinged take I've never seen before and so stupidly mistaken. And also, no, you would just have more people hating you and giving them more of a reason to deck you in the face. I'm so confused by this logic.
Honestly, I would like to see him go to North Korea and try this.
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, right?
Deport him to North Korea, try this. See, dance on one of their statues, see what happens.
Dance, like, remove one of the paintings and see what happens.
They'll light you up like a Christmas
He's currently
tree.
being investigated for the convenience store incident, the 7-Eleven incident of disturbing the business, as well as for potential drug use. I think honestly he should be more careful about the drug charges. You would do whatever you want in certain countries, but like drug is also a line that you don't cross in Korea. Drugs are a line you just don't cross. I believe 4 Korean YouTubers are filing charges against him alleging assault. It's alleged that the Korean authorities have confiscated his passport.
Good.
Ramsey is either putting up a fake brave front or he just doesn't know how serious it is. I don't know. I imagine worst case scenario, he'll be deported with a re-entry ban for a few years, similar to Japan. Best case scenario, perhaps he can see what Korean inmates think about Comfort Women statues.
Oh,
and
yes.
his dancing on them.
Take him there.
What are your thoughts? What do you
Take him
think is
there.
going to happen to him? Do you think that this is vigilante justice, or do you think ultimately violence is bad? What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. And please stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey, my thoughts? I think he's despicable. He's an idiot. He needs to go to jail. Beat him up, take him to the Korean jail, leave him in, I don't know how the jail system is, leave him in population. Leave him there and then put on the screen in the jail what he did to the Comfort Woman statue, like dancing on it, and then leave him there to survive. That would be the perfect thing for him right now. Or lock him up with the dude that knocked him out. Now let's see how he survives that too. He's a despicable human being. He's a piece of shit. He's an idiot. He deserves everything he's getting coming to him. And I think it's still not enough. I think he still needs to get knocked the hell out. Like, something needs to be done to him, man. I hate him with all my heart. And that's not even my country, or like, that's not even me. I despise that idiot. I saw some YouTubers talk about him, and I was like, what? Who is this guy? And then I was just seeing summaries of him and stuff like that. I didn't know it went out like this. Like, I didn't know it was this bad. He deserves everything that's coming to him. He's a piece of shit. A piece of fucking shit. A piece of shit. He's a bitch. He's a coward. He's an idiot. He's a piece of rat's turd. He deserves to, bro. Screw that guy. Alright, I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya. Peace.